Hi, Araceli. So thank you so much for joining us. As you know, we are celebrating So-Called Can's 15th anniversary. And to discuss this week's theme, it's building cross-sector partnerships. And so, Araceli, I've known you for quite some time now, and let me tell you that you definitely stand out as a student because I know that you've been involved in many different programs and residence while living in Gonzaga Village, right? So, do you want to
Right.
start off by telling us a little bit about those services and programs that you've been a part of, and specifically how important it is to be able to receive these services and support where you live, right? So, not just at school or at another location.
Right. So I've been part of various programs in the Watts area that are opportunities given to children who need extra resources, such as SOAR, who grants better access to tools that may help with college or high school. They're located near my computer lab, which I live in Gonzaga Village Development. It grants students extra support and it is super convenient as it's not away from home. Also, I've been part of the 5LA Children Institute, which helps children from 0 to 5 years old with developing basic skills and challenging them furthermore in their development at an early age, which can promote life skills in the future as to begin being able to always push themselves even further. Furthermore, at 6th grade, I moved from a public school to a Catholic school, given the opportunity of being able to apply to it. My parents would not have been able to financially support it, my education, if it wasn't for Operation Progress. Operation Progress helped with my tuition, with uniforms, sometimes extra support on food, and extra help in life situations. Yeah.
Thank you. That sounds wonderful. And you've been part of Project SOAR since year one. I can still remember the day that you and your dad walked into the computer lab. Wanting to know a little bit more about financial aid and the whole college application process. And your dad, as a matter of fact, just finished his parent ambassador role with us, Project SOAR. So I'm curious to know, how has Project SOAR helped you on your path to college?
So being a first generation college student, it was really hard figuring out FAFSA, figuring out the scholarships because we didn't know where the scholarships were from or where to apply to. Also, it was super convenient having a one-to-one person helping you with your family and with yourself. If you needed any help, one-to-one, that person would always be for you. For example, Maria, you. Also having workshops. My dad has been attending workshops with you guys, and it is super convenient. Also, if I needed any help with applying to applications, like applying to jobs, or I needed help figuring out my resume, or I needed to apply to another program, you guys would always be there for me. So I really appreciate that. Also, I wouldn't have been able to apply to college applications if it wasn't for you guys, because when I read the college applications, I'm like, okay, I got this. But it was even more harder to actually apply to college than I would have expected.
Yeah. There's most of our students are first college generation students, I myself included. And it's a really hard process to decipher. So, we're always going to be here. Once we like to tell our students that once you're a source student, you'll always be a source student, right? Regardless of whether, you're in college. I know that you are at TCU, so you are in Texas, but we still like to keep in contact. And then the third question, and perhaps the most fun question of them all, is if you had the power to create any type of program or service, so school, extracurricular, support service center, etc., and bring it to your housing site, what would it be and why?
So that's a really hard question. As for me, I actually have two programs. One of them would be a study abroad resource for kids, so they can actually be able to like not feel limited to just being, I guess, in their own community. And I know that that comes from my experience in junior year, where I was able to travel to Germany for a whole year on a full ride given by the Department of State and the Lower Parliament of Germany. I was able to learn a different language, different people, the German school. And I feel like that's really special. That would be really special to Watts kids, as it would be totally something out of the lines. Like, you wouldn't expect someone to be going to Germany out of out of the blue. And I think that's like a really special opportunity that I myself appreciated. So I'm sure that many other children would appreciate that. And the other one would be a boxing program, because my sister, I myself am really motivated for my sister being a national boxer, 9-time national boxer. And I feel like that would help a lot of kids gain leadership, determination, persistency, lots of life skills. And I feel like that's really important, as we as individuals, we use those skills as day-to-day basis.
Wonderful. And I love those two ideas, right? It's always really nice to have programs serving our community, but even better where we live, right? And that's what this theme of building cross-sector partnership is all about. So thank you so much, Araceli, for joining me today to talk a little bit about your personal experience and how you have taken advantage of different services and programs while living at Gonzague Village.
Thank you.